Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. You have to have the right mindset to succeed in business. Now, I've talked about this several times, and I'll probably talk about several times more. I can talk about marketing. I can talk about how to locate your business. I can even throw out some business ideas. But none of them work. None of them work if you don't have the right mindset. See, one of the things I'm seeing with businesses and people who succeed in business and people who fail in business is just mindset. Just mindset. Because you have some people, they'll get into the business because, hey, you know what, they don't have a job, they think they'll make money. And you got some businesses, especially some multi-level marketing, that market people like that. That's still a business. They'll market their product and everybody's jumping into it. It's still business. Anything that you getting into making money is business. You got to have a certain mindset to do that. Because, look, and you still need the people who going to do these 9-to-5 jobs, but some people got a 9-to-5 mentality. And, when you have a 9-to-5 mentality, you basically, you should look at that as a business because you're exchanging your services. That's how I always looked at it. But most people, they're not going to look at it that way. They're going to look at it as, oh, let me show up to a job. People figure out how to lollygag or whatever on jobs. It never fails, And, it's a funny thing. Maybe I'll talk about it next week. So many people got complaints on their jobs. It's hard to find a job somebody don't have a complaint, yet they still showing up. All right, that's cool. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm gonna tell you what, if you want to not just have a business, but to succeed in it, you got the right mindset because success, it isn't a straight line. Like I always said, it's a squiggly line. You're gonna have times when you're gonna feel like, oh man, I don't feel like doing this. You're gonna wonder why. Because very, 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 very few businesses start out like boom. And if you get usually it's a grift if someone is telling you online, oh yeah, you get into this business, you can make 6 figures in 30 days. Grift. I don't care what it is, grift. Because usually they making their money because you paying them a certain amount of money. If they got like 30 people paying them $1,000 each, and most of them ain't gonna, maybe not even any of them make it. Shoot, that's $30,000 right there off the bat. So be careful of that. Be careful of those scams. No, business takes a while. You gotta build it. And I've said this before. I learned from a minister. A minister said this. You gotta take 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. You gotta take your time growing that business. I've seen businesses that might have grown too fast. They got an influx of money and they couldn't handle it. Like I remember it was a bookstore in Maryland. I ain't gonna point out who, but they had an investment from somebody who had won the lottery. And they expanded too far. And my first thought was, they got all this space, nobody is there, because they didn't expand. They should have expanded slowly. And then there was some other trouble. But they didn't have the right mindset. See, when you have the right mindset, you're gonna take your time too. And you're gonna be smart. You're not gonna see one of the things you're gonna have the mindset of is you're not going in there just to make money. It's not going to get rich quick. It's a lifestyle. It's long term. So you thinking, okay, how can I build this up? That's a right mindset. And then the bigger mindset you have to have is you're not going to get steady paychecks. You're not going to get steady paychecks. That's one thing. Like every day I'm checking what I call my virtual traps and everything to see how much money I'm getting. One day I can get a lot of money, one day I can get a little bit of money. But see, that's in business too. I don't care what business it is. Like in my last episode, I talked about a retail shop. Now you could find a good location, have a great product, have people coming in and out, and there's still going to be days when you're not going to make any money, and then days you're going to make more money hand over fist. Now, one of my 1,000 jobs, I learned this working at this store. It was Gallery Africa in Greenbelt Plaza. back in 2005, 2006, there would be days I'd just be sitting there just chilling, listening to the music. Sometimes I'll stand in the doorway, watch people walk by. You know, there'd be days on my shift get less than 10 people. Okay. And then, I'll talk to the person that would come in later, and it was like they would have the same issue. There were also days when it'd be just crowded. You had like 3 people working and stuff because it was so crowded. That's how it is in business. You gotta have that mindset to keep you through. So there's gonna be some valleys, but then there's gonna be some, there's gonna be some mountaintops. There's gonna be days, let me throw out a number, you might make 10,000 on your business. Other days you might make $10, literally. Seriously, that's how extreme it could be. But the right mindset gets you through those $10 days. And then the right mindset also, you don't go crazy when you have those $10,000 days. See, you gotta think, you gotta keep going, because every day you wake up, you gotta have that mindset of your hunting. You gotta think like that bird. That bird don't know where it's gonna eat, or that animal don't know where it's gonna eat the next day. But you gotta have that mindset, because it's not like a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5, let's be real. Many 9 to 5s, all you know what you need to do, and a lot of 9 to 5s, you're doing repetitive work. You can show up having drunk, you can show up drunk on. Let's be real. A lot of people be drunk on jobs, whatever, or doing half-ass shit. They know they're gonna get paid. You can't be that way in business. You do half-ass shit with a business, you can be out of business. So you got that mindset like, okay, I gotta give my best no matter what. Okay, I only made this much today. I gotta keep going. And if you like only making a little bit every day, then you need to be like, you gotta have a mindset of, okay, what can I do to make more money? What can I do? You gotta remember that. That's the thing. You have to. See, that's the thing. You gotta have that mindset like, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna do this. Like, now people know I was off for a couple of months because I had a stroke, But the thing was, I still had to have the mindset, okay, what I'm gonna do? Cause I'm gonna be real. Like I said, there was I had trouble eating, I had a G2 for a while, couldn't walk. And I was still thinking, okay, I still gotta make money. My backup, my savings was starting to run out. That's another thing, real quick tangent. I was able to survive that period because of a savings. Always save money, you never know. You never know. So, but you gotta have the right mindset. If you have that mindset, I gotta make a certain amount of money, or I gotta do this. And when I say a certain amount of money, like you can just show up and phone it in and you still gonna make money. It don't work that way. Because you do have to have a mindset, I gotta make money, but you gotta have a mindset, you gotta hustle. Some people ain't hustling. So if you don't have that hustle mindset, if you don't have that mindset that can keep you going through low days, and you're gonna have them, I don't care how successful your business is, you're gonna have slower days. You're gonna have slower days. You have to keep going, you're gonna have to keep innovating. You gotta find out what your demographics, the demographics that support your business, what they want. It's a lot of little stuff but if you don't have the right mindset, it ain't gonna work for you. And I'm just gonna let you know. I have to be the one to tell you. I ain't gonna say I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you now. If you don't have the right mindset, just get that 9 to 5 job or something. There's some good jobs out there, because business ain't for everybody. Business, you got a lot of people who try to jump into business, they don't have the right mindset, they fail. That can't work, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. Y'all know the deal though. Let's go make that money.